Shalom, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah, thumb to my brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shema, Alatham, Hashem, Yahweh Shah to my sisters. We are ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, 1969. And today, under Commander General Hanna, we go throughout the earth, teaching the truth of the Bible and thereby saving so-called Black, so-called Hispanic, so-called Native American men and women. And that truth that we teach is that so-called Black man, so-called Native American man, Native North American Indian man, so-called Mexican, or in fact, lost children of Israel. Today is Friday. This is the La-Sha-Wan Kwadash, or the Holy Tongue. Here we teach you the original language. In the earth we teach you your language. All right, we teach you your language. English ain't your language. This is your language. The La-Sha-Wan. Kodash, translated to English, that means holy tongue. Holy tongue. I'm officer, priest and officer, Files of La-Sha, and this is short ISUPK. So, as we always do, we're going to start with some very basics. Glad to see y'all in the room. And of course, the basics of basics as well. Getting that alphabet of those characters down. That's the basic of the basic. You gotta get them. The basic of the basic. You see, everything we put up here now, we're gonna have it, some in English, but most is gonna be written in the ancient Hebrew script. So we're gonna give you a chance to write that down. And here we go. I think it's about 22, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 22 characters. Now I know if you haven't done this before, you're like, what in the world is going on? You don't want to be able to speak it from rote memory, you want to be able to read it as well. That's an excellent thing. That's how histories are preserved now. You know what I mean? Because they're written down. All right. These first 11. This is the A. Watch this. Ba. My bad. Ba. Ga. Da. Ha. Wa. Za. Ha. Ta. Ya. Ka. And what these are is the pronunciations of these letters. Or it can be the name of the letter. That's how we do it. I know when you look in the gibberish books, that Jewish, well, I don't know what they call it that they speak, but when you look at it, they would call it something else. Like some big long name. Abba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Cha, Ta, Ya, Ka. First 11, last 10. Hope you can still see it. You know what I mean? Like, right with my right hand. The Hebrew, learning the Hebrew. All right. These last 10, or 11, 1, 2. These last 11. This is La, Ma, Na, Sa, that's I. Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, and Tha. Now, you take the time to learn each one of these. It's only 22. Take the time to learn each one, and you'll be able to read when the Hebrew is put in front of you. It's really, really, really that simple. Particularly when you're reading the scrolls. Our scroll of Detroit is written in this text. You see that? And you can read it. You can read it. So let's talk about something else. You see on the board up here where the name is, right? You see these little fellas right here. Those are called connectors. Those are called connectors. And what it does, it softens the sound of the second letter, okay, of the second character. Like here, La-Sha-Wan. We know that's a Y. You can hear it, Y, right here. That's the Y, Sha. You hear that? La, Sha, Wa. Now what happens, that gives that Na, it's not Yash, La, Sha, Wa, Na. That's what it would look like here. You see that? But that's not what it is, because this is softened, the second character is softened, then it gets that sound, as in can, you see that? Ran, you know that's an N, Ran, K, so it's Ken, Ran, Wan. You see that? Not Wayne, but Wan. Why? Because all our vowel sounds is ah. If you want to say those are vowel sounds, we actually have no vowels, but those are used. The ah is used as a connector. And there's a vowel sound, and sometimes the I, and sometimes the ya. You'll see how we put it together. But the point here is the second, when you see that connector, the second character takes on the soft sound. Show you what I mean. This is the qua da sha. No. Qua da sha. No. The sha, instead of being the sha, remember it's softened. Okay? It's softened. And so instead of having the sha, you have the sh sound, as in fish. See that? Wish. I know I'm giving you a lot fast, and if you had this before, you might be bored with it, but it's great to go over it and over it and over it. Okay? Great to go over it and over it and over it. So we understand the connectors. I'm hoping you're writing this down or at least saving it. You got the sounds of each character. The a, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ha, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, ta, za, kwa, ra, sha, tha. You got all of that. And understand the connectors, guess what? Now you have enough to begin reading. Okay? Now you have enough to begin reading. So let's start. And in the start, you get to expand your vocabulary as well. Expand your vocabulary as well. So, let me grab my notes. Things are right in front of you, right? Things right in front of you. We'll start with brother. Now, if you've been to class before, you know what that is. And sister, you know the Hebrew words for those, right? Okay. I'm gonna write them, but I want you to tell me in English. Okay. Simple. That's right. What I want you to give me written in English letters the Hebrew sound. Okay. So give me those back in the chat room. You understand what I'm getting at? Shalom. I see y'all in here. I see y'all in here. Let me get those back because I do want to work on. Let me straighten up my camera real quick. Shit. There we go. There we go. Now I can figure this out. There we go. So we get them a little straighter. Raise it up some. Salakia, Israel. Just want to make sure you can see it real good. There we go, we're getting there now. So I think that's about right. So y'all got the words, the two words right there in the Hebrew with the Hebrew sign. Now I don't know, y'all should know these. Okay, want the same for those. And get the same for those. Give it up in here. First one. Brother is Ak. See that sister in the house, brother in the house, sister in the house, and sister in the house. Appreciate y'all being here. Move on. Very quickly, write these down though. I need the other three. Erase those in just a second. We're gonna jump into this. I'm sure you how easy it is for you to read. If you write those characters down. It takes a little time at first, but guess what? You do it. I was gonna do something on the more difficult side, but I'll pass on that. Y'all ready? I like doing this one because what? You already know it in English. You've been doing this since you was a baby. All right? Now what I want you to do is to be able to read it. I want you to be able to read it. I'm not going to do the whole thing because I'm going to show you how much Hebrew, if you've been in this class a little bit, you already know. You can read and can recognize. I'm almost start writing in English. All right. Give that back to me with English letters, making the sounds for each word. That's what I need to get back from you. I ain't trying to be hard, but believe it or not, in the scrolls, the distinction, the space between words can be a little bit deceiving. So you should know what this is. Just read it. Just read it. Is that right? My bad. Here we go. My bad. Get it in, work your brain. You know what this is. I know you know what this is. Okay, you got 5. Things are working slow, like this thing that's being kind of slow today. But no problem. You can always come back and look at it. So you already know Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim Kodash, Haya, Shamka, Yahweh. Shamka, Yahweh. You see that? You already know that our Father, which art in heaven. You see what I'm saying? Hallowed be thy name, Yahweh. You see that? Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim Kodash, Haya, Shamka, Yahweh. Hallowed be thy name, Yahweh. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh. You see that? You already know that. You already know that. So let's break it down. Abanawa, our Father, Shabbat Shemayim, which art in heaven, Kodash, that's holy or hallowed. You see, it's the Kodash, it's La-Sha-Wan Kodash. So that means holy tone. Kodash means holy or hallowed. be thy name, Shamka Yahweh. Hallowed be thy name. My name here is Shamka. See, that's name you. That's gonna be one of your vocabulary words. That's gonna be one of the vocabulary words. It's Shamka. We'll get that down the road. So that's name. Just remember that. Hallowed be thy, Haya be thy. Be thy, be done. You see that you're gonna find that Haya in there a few times. Any place where you have a be something, you're gonna have Haya. Then thy name is Shamka. You see that? Holy, thy is, like I say, be thy is, holy be thy name. You see that? Haya, Haya. So you already know that you can already translate it. I get to work closely with these sisters, and these sisters, look here, don't y'all be sleeping on them. They're having whole conversations almost now in Hebrew up here in Detroit. There's sisters, and that's hello right there. So they'll let you know you can learn this. And what it's going to make it easier is when you do run across these sisters, run across brothers, they're speaking this. You'll begin to know how to fit words together. You'll be used to hearing them, saying them. Because I'm telling you, when you first start learning this, when you first start speaking, I used to stumble all over my tongue. And the way we speak, I will tell you now, sometimes when you frame that up against the way we write, and it's a challenge. It's a challenge. But normally when you read what's in front of you. Abanawa, Shabashamayim, Kwadash, Haya, Shamkad, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'a, Ratazaka, Aratazaka, Haya. There's that Haya again. Let's see what that will be done. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. You see that? Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed, Kodash, be thy Haya name, Shamka, Yahweh. Thy kingdom, Malaka, you see that? Come, Taba'a, thy will be done. Now watch this. Haya, Asha is be done. Ratazaka is thy will. No, Ratazaka is the, let's see. So Lakia. Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Be thy is Haya. And the next be is Haya, be done. Thy will. Ratazaka, thy will be done. Be done by Rataza in earth, Kawa Haya as it is in Washamayim. Haya in Washamayim heaven. You see that? It's really not that hard. You just have to let your brain get in Hebrew mode. You gotta let your brain get in Hebrew mode. That's how we do that. Okay? That's just a little bit on translation, how you can learn what we say Shamka was. Shamka, that's related to, or what? Named, right? Shemayim, or Bashamayim, right? You see that Shemayim, Shabashamayim, or Bashamayim. You're gonna get something related to heaven. Watch this. Abanawa, our Father, Shabashamayim, which are in heaven. You see that? Kodash, holy. Hayak Shamka, be thy name. You see that? Yahweh. Malakwaka, thy kingdom come. Taba'a, thy will. Watazaka haya, be done. Haya asha, be done. So Watazaka, that is thy will. Watazaka. Taba'a is come. Taba'a. Taba'a. Now you want to know how you can check that? You check them on the vocabulary words that you're going to be getting. Let's look at the word come, see if it's in here. Coffee, come. Ba'a. Come is ba'a. Saba'a, you come. You come. You see that? Or it's I come. It's going to be one of the two. But ba'a is come. And in a way, that's how you put words together. You see that? That's how you put words together. Taba'a. Thy kingdom come. Referring to the masculine. Taba'a. Ba'a is come. So, Malak was called thy kingdom. Taba'a, the masculine, referring back to Yahweh, come. Taba'a. You see that? And it's really, really just that simple. It's just that simple. Remember we went over feminine and masculine with the Ra and all of that? So it all works. That's how you pull it all together. That's how you begin to pull it all together. Now what I want to do, maybe y'all can help pass this out. You can reach me on Facebook. Those who have my phone number can text me. But what we want to do is build a reverse lexicon. Basically, Hebrew words in front, like bond, written in the Hebrew, and then translated to the English. You see. A lot of times you hear us when we're together, you hear me say, Kwam Yasharala, Kwam Yasharala. Now, translate that to the English. Because we got a lot of English words here. Call, camel, candle, captivity, car, carry, cattle, celebrate, cheer, cheerful child. You see what I'm saying? We got a lot of English words translated to the Hebrew. Let's see if we can put together a Hebrew. And I want words that we use among ourselves often. So what you can do, if you want that to go into the lexicon, text a brother. Or hit me up in the chat room. Anytime we live, you can hit us up in the chat room. And we can begin to build that lexicon. Why? Because it makes your brain working in reverse. You're so used to instantly understanding the definition of English words, right? And so when you hear a word in Hebrew, you're still thinking in English. You trying to, go about reading from right to left just when you hear it, But when you hear them enough, when you say them enough, like Abanawa, that'll be written down as our Father. See that? So anytime we hear Abanawa, we're going to know our Father. Shabbat Shemayim, we know Shemayim is about heaven. You see, we don't have it all together. Our Father, heaven, holy be thy name. Literally, that's what we say. Shabbat, which are in heaven. Shabbat, Shemayim is heaven. You see that? Shemayim is heaven. So Shabbat is which are. Which are heaven, our Father, which are heaven, holy be thy Shamka name, Yahweh. That's how you can break it down. When you get that lexicon together, we're gonna throw all these words in, and we'll show you how you can get. Next thing you know, don't be surprised if we run around here having normal conversations at the grocery store when y'all sisters meet up at the beauty shop and all of that. All right, that's enough talking on my part. Let's go to something else real quick. Here's something we can begin to study. Here's something we can begin to study. And I'm gonna start it with the Hebrew on this side. All right. All right. Yeah, I have to do 4 of them. So this is I. We'll get smaller. Ya. Lam. Okay. Who is this in the Bible? This is Elam. You got that? All these go together. And who's Elam today? India. See that? But in helping your brain think backwards, think differently, flip the script, as it were. Let's concentrate over here. This is Ayalam. We want to know that that's India. We know that Elam in there. We need to know that Elam too. But Ayalam, if we start thinking, let's skip the translation of Elam. Let's think Ayalam. Ayalam, India, Ayalam, India. Why? Because we want to be able to do what most people in the world cannot do, and that's read our scriptures and know what they say from their original language. So you need to know these. What's that last psalm we read? Psalm 83. Let's see if Elam is in Psalms 83. Edom is in here. Just put Edom. There it is. Ahaya, Adawan, Wayasham. Tabernacles of Edom, Wayasham Yah, Allah, Wayasham, Allah. And other one, Yasham, Yasham, Allah. And the Ishmaelites. See that? This is other one. That's how it's pronounced. Other one. Got that? And this is, in the Bible, he's known as Edom or Esau. See that? Edom or Esau, Ada-Wam. When you read Psalms 83, go down to the 6th verse, you read, Ahaya Alawam wa Yasham Alayam. Then, of course, it goes to Moab, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, Moab. Moab is not on my list. Cush, Mizraim, Foot, Canaan, Gomer, Magog, Javan. Okay, Moab not on my list. Oh, yes, it is. Salakia. Moab. That would be Mawa'aba. 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 That's pronounced Ma. Wa. Ha. Ba. That's how it's pronounced. Of course, that's Moab. So-called white people is Edom, and Moab is specifically Chinese. So see, the Chinese got something against us. You see that? And again, it's great to be able to learn this, to be able to talk about it. Good know. Yeah. That's what you understand. If you want to learn this, I would suggest you write it down. This is going to come in handy. The more you hear this stuff, the better. The more you hear this, the better. We're coming up to the end, and at the end, what we want to do is read something out loud in Hebrew. So you can repeat after me or read it once before I end the class. Oh, by the way, before I read this, the next feast day coming up is, of course, November 28th. Feast of Dedication will be an 8-day feast. For sure. Another thing I'll let you know is every Thursday at 12355 Gratiot, the ISUPK, beginning around 1 o'clock and until class starts. You can come to 12355 Gratiot. That's where our school is. And if you need to get your records expunged, you got, the way things work in Michigan is you get a number, You get a record, you get found guilty in court, and you're supposed to go off or pay the fine, whatever. You pay your debt to society, and it shouldn't harm you anymore. Well, that ain't the way it really is. Because you got a conviction on your record, you can be denied credit, you can be denied a mortgage, moving to a particular neighborhood. There's a lot of things, a job that you can be denied. But an expungement takes away that obstacle. Every Thursday, 12355. That's the ISUPK expungement program. We have somebody there to help you begin the process. Small fee, that's so we can get your records and all of that. And we'll walk you through the whole process, start to finish. There are court fees, but we'll see if we can help you get those waived as well, depending on what your situation is. So again, expungement program every Thursday, starting at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The doors will be open for the expungement. You'll be able to notice us real soon because we're going to get a sign that we're going to have in the door, on the door, the days that we are conducting the expungement program. And sometimes we just go boom, turn it on, put the sign up, see who come out. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes we're going to do that. But here we go. Here we go. You always want to end reading something in Hebrew. Alahayim, Al Damayalaka, Al Thakarash, Wa Al Thashakwat, Al Kaya Hana, Awa Yabyaka, Yahama Yawan, Ra'ash, Al Amyaka, Ya'ira Yamwa, Sawada, Wayutha, Ya'itazawa, Altazar, Pawayaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakakidam, Magawa, Wala'a, Yazakar, Shamya Sharala, Awada, Kaya, Nawa'atazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Alyaka, Mawa'aba, Wahagayam, Gabal, Wa'amawan, Wa'amalak, Palashaf, Ayashabaya, Tazawar, Gum Ashawar, Nalawa, Amam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanaya, Lawat, Shalah, Aisha, Laham, Kamadayam, Kasaya, Sara'ah, Kayawan, Banakal, Kwayashwan, Nashamadwa, Ba'ayan, Da'ara, Hayawa, Daman, La'adama, Shayathamwa, Nada, Nada, Yamawa, Ka'arab, Waza Za'aba, Waka Za'aba, Waka Zabak, Waka Tazar, Mana'ai, Kal Nasa Yakamwa. Kal Nasa Yakamwa, verse 12, Ashar, Amawa, Nayarasha, Lanawa, Af, Naawaf, Abahayam or Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayathamwa, Kagogala, Kagogala, Kakwash, Lapanya, Rawaka, Kaash, Dabaira, Yaira, Wakalahaba, Thalahat, Harayam, Kam Theradapma, Kam Tharadapma, Vasa Iraka, Wabasa, Wapathka, Dabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kualawam, Waya Bakwashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Yabashwa, Waya Baalwa, Ayai, Waya, Kaparwa, Waya Abadwa, Waya Daiwa, Kala'ath, Kala'atha, Shamka, Yahawa, Labadka, Al Yawam, Akal Ha Arataza. Akal Ha Arataza. There you have it. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabbarakatah to my thumb, to my brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shema Alathan to my sisters.